The spoken poem.
Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves and immortality. We slowly drove, he knew no haste, and I had put away my labor and my leisure too, for his civility. We passed the school where children strove at recess, in the ring. We passed the fields of gazing grain. We passed the setting sun. Or rather, he passed us. The dews drew quivering and chill. For only gossamer, my gown, my tippet, only tulle. We paused before a house that seemed a swelling of the ground. The roof was scarcely visible, the cornice in the ground. Since then, 'tis centuries, and yet feels shorter than the day I first surmised the horses' heads were toward eternity.
Emily Dickinson, born in 1830 in Amherst, Massachusetts, lived much of her life in seclusion, producing nearly 1,800 poems that explored profound themes with striking originality. Dickinson's environment, both restrictive and intellectually vibrant, influenced her deep meditations on mortality, spirituality, and the nature of existence. Because I Could Not Stop for Death was written around 1863 but published posthumously, highlighting how her work was often ahead of its time and unrecognized during her life. Dickinson's enduring legacy lies in her unique perspective and innovative style, which continue to captivate readers today. At its core, Because I Could Not Stop for Death presents death as a gentle guide, personified as a courteous suitor who offers the speaker a carriage ride. The poem explores themes of mortality, the passage of time, and the transition from life to the afterlife. Unlike traditional portrayals of death as frightening or violent, Dickinson's death is kind, patient, and even civil, prompting us to reconsider our relationship with the inevitable. Dickinson uses simple yet evocative language to create vivid imagery, such as the carriage passing by school children, grain fields, and the setting sun, symbols of life stages. Throughout the poem, she employs personification, metaphor, and slant rhyme, enhancing both the accessibility and subtle complexity of her verse. The tone is both eerie and calm, achieved through understatement and precise diction. These literary devices deepen readers' emotional engagement with the subject matter and highlight Dickinson's mastery of poetic craft. Formally, the poem is written in 6 quatrains using alternating lines of iambic tetrameter and trimeter, a common structure in Dickinson's work. The rhythm mimics the steady, measured pace of the carriage ride, suggesting inevitability and calm acceptance. Dickinson's use of dashes disrupts the conventional flow, creating pauses that add tension and ambiguity to the reading. This unique structure allows the poem to linger in the reader's mind, echoing the poem's meditation on eternity. Beyond its literal narrative, the poem delves into existential questions about the afterlife and the meaning of mortality. The carriage ride represents the soul's journey from earthly life toward eternity, with the final stanza revealing that centuries have passed since the speaker's death, yet it feels like only a day. This manipulation of time and the blending of life and death challenge the boundaries between the two, proposing that death may not be an abrupt end, but a gentle continuation. Dickinson ultimately invites readers to contemplate the nature of death with serenity and curiosity, rather than fear.
The spoken poem. Please like this video and subscribe for more.